Well, it's certainly been a while since my last video. Hey, how many subscribers do I have now? Ooh, I've gone up to 5. How long has it been since my last video? Oh boy. And how many views did my last video get? That many views? What the heck's been taking me so long? I gotta get back into that reviewing mindset again. How's it going, everybody? I'm Sean from Blue Pizza Reviews, and welcome to the first review of 2017. And today's review is for the J.A. Bayona latest, A Monster Calls. Now, A Monster Calls follows the story of a young boy named Connor, played by Lewis McDougall, I believe is how you pronounce his name, as he has to cope with his mother's sickness. So to help him through all that is the help of a giant tree-like monster voiced by Liam Neeson to help him through these hard times, as well as difficult times with him having to be accustomed with his grandmother, played by Sigourney Weaver. Now, the coming attractions for A Monster Calls had my interest in very large amount, because I didn't know what kind of movie I was getting into here. I was aware of J.A. Bayona's directorial style, but I wasn't really sure what kind of a movie to really expect. Much to my surprise, though, this movie was not only good, but honestly, I think it's one of the best movies that came out in 2016. This movie is phenomenal. Starting off with the performances here, we start off with Lewis McDougall. Again, if I'm mispronouncing his name, I'm sorry. But this kid's a very good child performer. He doesn't really overdo anything in this movie. For the most part, every time he shows up in the movie feels genuine. It feels like he's giving a legitimate performance, not like he's acting like some kid who was given the lines and there you go. He looks like he was actually trying to give a good performance, and I really appreciate that. And there's Felicity Jones. Now, Felicity Jones has had a really big year. This performance, I would not be surprised if she was considered for an Academy Award nomination. And her nomination would be deserving because she gave a great job in this movie. And so did Sigourney Weaver, who undeniably continues to show why she's one of my favorite actresses. The film feels genuine when she's around, and that's what I appreciate. Then you've got Liam Neeson playing the monster. I really like Liam Neeson. He's a great actor. He's one of my favorite performers recently. And in this performance, he's fantastic. He's not overly stern, but he's not overly gentle either. He's a nice mediator right in between those two extremes. I really appreciate that factor. Plus, this film is paced beautifully. By the time the movie got into its second, and especially the third act, I really began to appreciate all the more what this film was trying to do. Plus, what I like about this movie is that scenes don't outstay their welcome. Like, there isn't really any scene in this where I was like, oh, they could have cut 10 minutes off of this. The film, to me, had such a great pace to itself that I really couldn't help but be continuously invested. The look of this movie is fantastic. Like I said, I have an idea of how J.A. Bayona tries to direct his movies. I've seen some of his films in the past. And in this film, he definitely continues on with that, but he also does a couple of new nifty things with his work here in this movie. Not everything you think the movie's going to go down doesn't go down. There's a lot of different ideals in the editing department. It's done absolutely beautifully. Plus, I'm just going to say it. I'm not a guy who gets overly personal in my videos, but I'll say this right now. I don't cry in a lot of movies. There are a few movies I will cry in. This movie had me in tears by the end of it. I'm not going to say what happens or in what way it really hit me, because that would be considered a spoiler. But if you're going to go see this movie, definitely bring a box of tissues. Plus, oddly enough, this is not a kid's movie. I just want to point that out, because when I went to go see this movie, there were people bringing in like their 6- and 7-year-old kids. This is not a movie for kids. There are movies playing right now you can take your kids to. This is not one of them. I loved A Monster Calls. I really hope this movie gets some love at the awards, because it hasn't really gotten them at the Golden Globes, and I hope it gets them at the Oscars. This is a terrific movie. I'm going to give A Monster Calls an A+. Guys, this is a fantastic movie. Do not miss this one. This film's fantastic. So that's my take on A Monster Calls. Now I want to hear from you guys. Have you seen this film? And if so, let me know your thoughts down in the comments section. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Sean from Blue Pizza Reviews. Peace to all of you, and have a wonderful day.